Go, go, Power Rangers! I'm going to begin episode 29 of the Where Are We podcast by oddly emphasizing words and mispronouncing them. It's great to have you with us. Today, we have lots of shenanigans. The universe is smaller than we originally thought. There is a habitable planet that has been discovered closer than you think. We also have inspirational Facebook posts, a game that I'm not sure what it's called anymore. My name's actually Danny, but I'm going to rename myself Fuki, so you'll remember it easy. Also, I have a 9mm on this show with me. We'll be firing that off randomly. And my normal co-host, not so normal, but he's here. Natron Adam is with me today. How you doing, Natron?
Dan, I am good.
Great, that's great to hear.
That's all, just good.
Normally, he's somewhere off the beaten path, unexpected, and possibly made up in a crazy scenario, but not today. He's just good.
Now, today, I'm in North Dakota.
Oh, okay.
It's just really awful in North Dakota, so no reason to talk about it.
All right. We also have America's favorite robot, Joey, here with us today. How you doing, Joey?
Operator, thank you for your time. You've been so much more than kind. You can keep it a dime. But isn't that the way they say it goes? Well, let's forget all that. And give me the number if you can find it.
Nice. That was very smooth, Joey. He's quoting Jim Croce, if you guys didn't realize that.
Yeah, he's a big fan of music. He's always quoting some sort of lyric.
Also, we don't want to forget, he's on the line with us today. We have a wildlife and rescue expert here with us today, Mr. Peter Clark. It's great to have you on the show, sir.
Oh, thank you. It's great to be on the show. To put it simple, the tuna are screwed.
A tear is running down my cheek right now. That brings us to all the angry letters we've been receiving so far this week. Marissa McClure wrote the letter F, and then Dave Wilson wrote the letter U. Put those together. And then we had Vince Day send the first image he found on Google of an angry face inside of a letter. Isn't that lazy?
Yeah, letting somebody else be angry for him.
Yeah. I was thinking the other night, I woke up after a nap, and I had all these ideas. I get this sometimes. I get these little energy bursts, and I'm ready to clean the house, and I'm ready to write down all these ideas and get all these YouTube subscribers and take over the world, and all these thoughts are racing through my head. Plans to overthrow the government. Get-rich-quick schemes. But then I realized, oh, my stomach's growling. I think I'm just hungry. Maybe if somebody just cooks me some ramen, I'll shut up and I'll give up on all of my inspirations and ideas. I just need something to eat. I'm like, oh, I'm just hungry, that's all. I'm not mad at the government, I'm just hungry. Taco Bell's exciting. It's usually the first fast food place I resort to because there's a lot of options. You can at least get some lettuce or tomato on your stuff. Not that it's good for you or anything, or it's real food in any way, shape, or form. But it's interesting because even though I order a lot of the same stuff from Taco Bell, it tastes different every time I get it. The beef could be a little bit more watery. You know what I mean? And I'm like, this is probably going to make me sick. This is probably not sanitary. Even though everything's the same, the effects on my digestive system could be totally different each time I eat Taco Bell.
Oh, wow. So it's not just the taste. It's also the effects that are different.
Right. The only thing that's consistent I found is my farts smell terrible.
It's a medical mystery.
So I thought I'd help out, and I thought, why not come up with some new menu choices for Taco Bell? Our wildlife and rescue expert has a new Taco Bell menu item.
Sure, and it is the Testy Taco. Starts off with some Rocky Mountain oysters, followed off with cocktail sauce, some lemon juice, a little bit of lettuce sprinkled on top.
I like how it had cocktail sauce in there.
In Spain, Argentina, and Mexico, it is referred to as cridalas or cridillas. Say the word. Criadillas.
I did not know that. And I spent almost a whole week in Mexico. Interestingly enough, the first place I went was a Taco Bell. And Peter, I think they're ahead of you because they had the Testes taco.
Oh, shoot.
Already?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I thought of this like 10 minutes ago. They're watching us.
Yeah, but in El Paso, Texas, you can get the Testes taco.
Oh, shit. Well, I've got a couple for you guys. Hopefully they haven't come up with these already. I know one time I thought there should be a device where you can get a hold of someone that's not in your house. And I was like, oh, wait, they've already invented the telephone. Alexander Graham Bell, you son of a bitch. So anyway, I came up with the Afro Taco. It has fried chicken from Taco Bell partner KFC, hot sauce, fresh collard greens, for the Afro effect, and it's served with a 40 at participating locations. And the slogan for the Afro Taco is, the taco that's big down south and everywhere else.
Now, is that 40 of malt liquor?
Yes. Old English.
I was scouring the internet before this for racist comments. Who knew that I only had to wait another 20 minutes? One would just come to me.
Was that racist? I'm sorry.
Oh,
Okay, I've got another one. Maybe it's
it's
little
only
better.
racist to tacos, Dan.
Right. So, this one's called the Endangered Fish Taco. Stuffed with
Does it have tuna?
Yes,
there?
stuffed with bluefin tuna, lettuce, cheese, and tomato. I got a slogan for this one, too. It says, run to the border and catch one now and be part of the extinction. Here
Peter
with
is a wildlife rescue expert.
Yeah.
Does this really get your gears grinded?
Yeah. This has got to get you upset. I knew he was going to be on the show. That's why I came up with this taco.
Yeah, why would you do that? Animals are in danger every day. People are just going out, hunting them, killing them, eating them.
Well, that's why God put them here.
Eat steak, eat a big old steer, eat steak, do we have one deer? Eat beef, it's a mighty good food, it's a great A meal when I'm in the mood. Cowpokes come.
It's a beautiful world.
Mm-hmm.
That brings us to inspiration, everybody.
Just remember, you make fun of Arnold Schwarzenegger, but he's the one scoring with multiple chicks. He's mastered a foreign language. He's governed Cali. Foreign. He's an action hero. That's inspiration. Here's some Facebook stuff and junk.
Very well said, Joey.
Yeah, that's impressive. He's got a good point.
I'm going to start this off with a bang. You guys are familiar with Sherman D. Berry.
Yeah.
Another wonderful day coming to a close, so good night, friends. Yard work did not happen today.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I was able to fight off the desire to get started outside long enough so the rain started. Laughed my balls off. I did call bingo for Rosewood Manor, so I did accomplish the most important item today. Now looking forward to another wonderful day tomorrow. Life is good and gets better every day. Thank you, Sherman. People talk about the American dream. That's Sherman D. Berry in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Sherman really pulled me in right there. I felt like I was in his shoes.
So I got another one from a friend of mine, Marilyn Gilmore, who used to call me every day whenever I worked at the radio station. Marilyn says, "It is raining here at my house," as she did on so many rainy days before. Thanks, Marilyn.
Well, it's good. She's just trying to let us all know that weather isn't the same everywhere.
No, it's just raining at her house.
Ooh. Do you think it's a metaphor? Do you think she's just really down in the dumps?
Maybe that black cloud is following her around.
I don't know. I've never known Marilyn to be into metaphors too much. She was usually pretty
so it must be
straightforward.
literal.
Yeah.
Sure am glad it's raining. The gentle rhythm soothes the pain inside. I'm glad the stars aren't shining.
What do you got for us, Natron?
Dan, as usual, I tried to balance out the joy of Sherman with a little bit of drama. Today, I have a post from Shadi Martin. Shadi's pissed, son.
Oh,
Shadi
shit.
says, "Who you think you are, coming up in my house, food, drinking all my drinks? You never contribute a thing, but you expect me to provide for you every day. I had enough of this shit. Next time you come to my house, you better bring some Kool-Aid or some pizzas." That's it. That's all she said. And I thought, hell,
Was that Kool-Aid or some pizza, or Kool-Aid and pizza?
that is, it's or, but it should be and.
It should, because I mean, Kool-Aid or pizza.
Or. It's like a huge difference.
Joe only wants one of those two back. I'd eat the pizza.
And bring the Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid's super cheap.
Right. Well, I mean, I guess it costs a lot if you're the one paying for it.
Peter, do you have one for us?
Inspirational quote. Or
Oh.
short story. Those were more like short stories.
They kind of are, yeah.
There are always boulders in our path. It is your choice to use it as a stumbling block or a stepping stone.
Yeah, I'm going to comment that right now on Shadi Martin's post here about Kool-Aid or pizzas. And we're going to see how she responds to that.
So, guys, we have a game tonight to play between the three of us. And do you have your number 2 pencils with you? For some reason.
Sure. Yeah, of course.
Okay. For some
No.
reason, the only pencil that works is always a number 2 pencil. Because we're going to be running this through a machine that will get really pissed off and kick it out, and your score won't count if you're not using a number 2 pencil. So,
I have my pencil, but I do not have my little Scantron sheet.
I found my pencil. Did
it's
you pass
okay.
those
Just
out?
use any piece of scrap paper will work. So my wife has...
Why do we need the pencil?
That's besides the point.
Oh, okay.
Are there bubbles? Do we have to fill them all the way in?
Needless details.
You have to fill the... I like how back in the day they gave an example. You can't fill it halfway in. You can't put an X in the circle. Otherwise, the machine's going to kick it back and it's going to break.
Right. And those were always my first two inclinations. As soon as I grab that paper, I'm like, oh, I hope I get to only half shade these or put an X on them. Then they break my heart right there at the top. You're like, nope, got to fill it in all the way.
So my wife is here with a couple of phrases. And from these phrases, I believe we are making the longest possible word we can make. There is a possible word that uses all letters of the phrase, correct? So we come up with the longest word we can, as close to 8 letters as possible. Okay? Are you ready? So what's the
I
first
understand.
phrase?
First
I think.
phrase is ass games.
Ass games.
Okay.
Everybody
I've
write
drawn
that
all the
down and
bubbles.
see what the longest word you can come up with is. So we'll start with you, Natron. What word did you come up with?
My word is massage. Yes.
7
letters. That's impressive.
Massages.
Yeah, and what
That's
letter
what
is
I meant.
left over?
That's what I meant.
Wait, no. Who's next? Who's next?
Peter, what did you come up with on that note?
And I came up with mages.
Mages. So, Natron, that was pretty impressive. You came
But
up
you're
with
also dumbass.
you came up with a very long word, but you were just
I had a
missing
system.
one S.
I wrote it down a whole bunch, right? I made up a couple of words before I came to massage. I have mega sass. That's another word that could have worked.
I'm
Or
sorry.
saga mess.
Saga
That's like
mess. Okay.
That's like a mess. That's an event that's very messy. A saga mess.
So we'll call you the winner of that round. So we have one more
All
word
right.
that we're going to try, and we'll have another 20 seconds to come up with the longest possible word out of this phrase.
Lube tits.
Lube tits, everybody. Natron, what'd you come up with this time around?
It was not as good
There you
this
go,
time.
that's Patrick.
I have
Fucked it all
belts.
up.
Belts could be a
He's
word,
winning.
but it's only 5 letters.
Belts. 5 letters. So I've got you beat with 6 letters. I came up with stilts. All right, I have 5. It's stilt. I'm sorry. I invented another letter. Peter, what did you come up with?
Boots.
Boots? That would be BOOTS.
That was awesome.
So
Peter wins this round.
You added 1 letter. I added 2.
Who won? I think Nathan won again.
I think Nathan and I tied this round with a 5-letter word. Yeah, I did. Stilt. Unless I'm
Yeah, that's
disqualified.
5 letters.
Am I disqualified?
Yes.
I'm disqualified. So Nathan,
Oh, you
I inserted an extra letter. Peter inserted 2 extra letters. So you were the only one that came up with an actual word.
Oh, all right. Well, all right. What do I win?
Plane ticket home from North Dakota. Yeah.
All right. That settles it.
So what's the answer to the second
So lube
phrase?
tits.
Lube tits.
Are you asking me?
Yes. Yes. I don't know if she can hear me, but I'm asking.
There are exactly enough words to spell subtitle.
Oh.
Enough letters to spell subtitle. So after this really complicated game, we have something really complicated to tell you. The universe is smaller than we thought.
Gasp.
So is the population of narwhal.
Narwhal. That's really sad. Coming
The
from
narwhal.
Peter, who is the wildlife rescue expert. I'm
Yeah.
sorry to hear that, sir. Why is that?
The orca have been able to travel further and further with the more that the polar ice caps are melting.
So the orcas are swimming further than they should be.
The ice is not blocking them anymore. So the orca are hunting the narwhal.
So they're
So are the Inuit. The Inuit hunt the narwhal for food.
So the narwhal basically used to be able to get into shallower seas, I'm imagining.
Yes.
But since the ice caps have melted, it's caused sea levels to rise, which has made the orca be able to swim further inland to destroy the narwhals.
Correct. So we need to figure out a way to rescue these narwhal. That's what we are currently working on.
By the way, the narwhal is really, it's like a unicorn whale, a small unicorn whale.
Yes. Yes, this is true. It is often referred to as the unicorn of the sea.
So the universe is smaller than we previously thought, which makes me feel really claustrophobic, like I can't breathe.
I like to think of it more like the universe is just a little cozier,
Oh, that's adorable.
isn't it? Isn't it?
Back in 2003, scientists came up with a question that took an event called the recombination as a reference point in the universe's history. What they did was they combined that with the rate of the expansion of the universe. And they also took into account several other factors, And somehow, in the end, with their brilliant mathematic minds, they were able to come up with a number, which was the entire radius of the universe, which back in 2003 was 45.66 billion light years. If you don't know how many miles a light year is, that's 5.88 trillion miles. The amount of miles light travels in 1 year. So now there's some new data out there that has revealed what they call a far more accurate number as far as the size of the universe, and that is 45.34 billion light years, which is smaller than the previously thought 45.66 billion light years. So the universe is smaller than we thought.
It's cozier. You see, in that about 320 million light years worth of space, even boxes of crap that we didn't want to go through in there anyway. So
You're making me feel like it's a cave. I'm getting a little sick. Did my wiener get smaller too?
no, that's not how it works. Your wiener was always small.
Oh, yeah. And bent. So after weeks of speculation, we're excited to tell you that the ESO has confirmed that they have found a rocky exoplanet around Proxima Centauri. You may have never heard of this star before, but what it is it's a little red dwarf. And it's supposed to be the closest star to us. Is about 4.25 light years away, which is not very far away at all in the cosmic scale. It's the nearest known star to our sun. Proxima Centauri, a red dwarf, a low-mass star. It's a little tiny thing, about 1/8 the size of our sun. And they think they found an Earth-like planet in the habitable zone of this star.
It's a rocky planet.
Rocky planet. Dun, 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 dun.
That means every time it goes down, it gets back up.
Right.
It's harder.
The Italian stallion.
It
So-
orbits its star in just 11 days.
It's also closer to
Yes.
the sun, to the star, so which also would decrease the size or the mileage of its orbit. But we're going to start doing some research, hopefully, to do some sort of deep space mission to actually reach this star.
Several episodes ago, you and I talked about, I believe anyway, or maybe I'm just making this up, we talked about using nanotechnology to travel between our solar system and the Alpha Centauri system, which is where this star and this planet are.
Yeah, it's in the Alpha Centauri system. Obviously, Alpha Centauri is a much larger star than this one is, and is probably about 13 light years away, I believe, as opposed to the 4.25 where this one's located.
Correct. But there are efforts to use nanotechnology to visit this place.
So they say if non-nuclear technology were used, a flight spacecraft, for example, the Voyager 1 spacecraft would take thousands of years to reach this star. But if we were to come up with something like the sail technology, which you're talking about, or a nuclear pulse propulsion technology, then we'd be able to reach it a lot faster. We could get there within the next century or so. I wonder what the people over there are thinking. I wonder if they know that we saw him. Oh shit, those guys are coming. Fuck.
Hey, Dan, you forgot to fire off the 9mm. You haven't done that in a while.
Oh yeah. I forgot I had the 9mm.
Why don't you pick that up off the desk and give it a couple pops?
Here we come. We're going to the Proxima Centauri. Watch out, you Yankees.
It has such a different sound than the 44 that you used last week.
As you know, I'm a proud member of the NRA, and I own multiple guns. Which brings us to our next topic, the swivel chair of rage.
All right.
Peter has a swivel chair he's sitting in, which makes a lot of noise, don't you, Peter?
I do. This chair is the definition of a swivel chair with rage.
Can you give us an example?
Yeah, that's just angry.
Yeah.
Very angry. I'm afraid to move in it.
So the purpose of the swivel chair of rage is tempers are high right now, everybody. Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton, they're both lying. We can't deny it. They're probably the most controversial presidential candidates in history. The
They're both
economy
jerks.
is on everyone's mind. Terrorism has scared people into their closets. Job openings are down.
Jerks.
Yeah. Health care is definitely not as good as it could be.
Healthcare's a jerk.
What else is a jerk, Natron?
Jobs jerks.
Yeah. So
Government's a jerk.
I sit here in the swivel chair of rage and I'm ready to articulate your anger, folks. I figured I might as well be comfortable while I do it in my swivel chair. So here I am in this chair that hurts my neck a little bit. I'm somewhat comfortable, yet totally furious at the same time. Throughout my life, I have developed various hobbies. I like to collect all my beer caps. I like to try various beers from around the country, and I like to run my hands through all the bottle caps. They make a nice clinky sound. Somewhat like these cans I've got here. I run my hands through them. I like to roll around in them. People told me, maybe you should play a game with them. Maybe you should build a mosaic when you're working on your various art projects. Well, the bottom line, America, is that all I can afford is Stag right now. Can't even get any more bottle caps. Thanks, Obama.
Yeah. Obama's a jerk.
Yeah. So what am I even... I'm not even inspired right now because I can't get any more bottle caps. Well, guys, on that note, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/wherearewepodcast, or on Twitter at whereareweshow. Thank you very much for listening, everybody. Peter, thanks for being on the show with us.
Don't go to North Dakota.